They're selling shirts for $3, electronics for $5, shipping is free, and somehow they're everywhere. Temu went from a no-name Chinese app to the #1 shopping app in America in under 18 months. But how? Here's the truth. Temu isn't just another e-commerce site, it's an economic weapon, and it's spending billions to take over, even if it means bleeding cash for years. Temu is owned by PDD Holdings, the same Chinese parent company behind Pinduoduo, one of the biggest e-commerce platforms in China. They launched Temu in the US in late 2022, and by 2023, they were everywhere. Low prices, free shipping, and a business model that made no sense unless you understood the game. Temu's model is simple. Burn billions, flood the market, outprice everyone. They aren't just losing money, they're planning to lose money. Temu is reportedly losing $30 to $40 per order. In 2023, they spent over $2 billion on US logistics, ads, and incentives. That's because this isn't about short-term profits. It's about crushing American competitors before they can react. Amazon can't compete with $2 earrings and $4 jeans. They have warehouses, minimum wage requirements, and prime shipping costs. Temu? No warehouses, no US labor costs, no prime fees. They ship straight from factories in China using a program called ePacket, a US-China postal agreement that gives super cheap shipping rates. It's the ultimate loophole. Temu pays less to ship from China to Texas than a small US business pays to ship across the street. Temu doesn't just sell cheap products, they're collecting everything. Your scrolls, your clicks, your wish list, your friends. That's because Temu isn't a marketplace. It's a data harvesting machine built on gamification and manipulation. You're not just shopping, you're feeding an algorithm that learns exactly how to convert you and how to scale that knowledge across hundreds of millions of users. Temu isn't trying to be Etsy or Shein. They want to be the Amazon, Facebook, and Walmart all in one. And behind the scenes, US lawmakers are starting to notice. Concerns about data privacy, supply chain transparency, and forced labor are growing. But regulation moves slow, and Temu, well, those guys are moving really fast. Temu is losing billions now, so they can dominate later. It's not a side hustle, it's a full-scale assault on the US e-commerce system. And it's working. And if they win, what happens to every small brand in America?